Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Weekly Coldplay. My name is Monica.
My name is Daniel.
And we are a weekly podcast all about...
You guessed it.
Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah, the best baller in the world.
Bowler.
Bowler? Oh.
Yes.
I misheard him.
Yeah.
The best bowler in the world. Hey, he's also balling. What do you think he's bowling? A ball.
Yeah, so this week we are going to talk about the long-awaited A Film for the Future. Wow. If you told 2019 Monica that this was going to come out 2025...
She'd be mad.
No, I would have been like, yeah, sounds about right. And then we've got tons of other news, and then tons of tour news.
If you told 2019 Daniel this would come out in 2025, he'd be like, what are you talking about?
A film for the what? Yeah, it sure is a film for the future. But yeah, we're gearing up for the Ahmedabad show. That's what we're recording at night, Saturday night, so that Sunday morning we can watch the Ahmedabad show. Hopefully, if it's streaming on the Discord, fingers crossed.
Oh, it's gonna be. I have faith.
Okay.
I have faith. Look, Coldplay, they clown us, but the Discord's got our back.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so a film for the future. A few bits here, a few notes before we actually get right into our thoughts about a film for the future. On the day of, it was a chaotic video of Chris promoting it. I felt like I was on FaceTime with Chris.
He looked very cute in that hoodie.
Yeah.
Not cute as in, like, attractive, just, like, cute.
Girly pop.
Like an otter. Like
Yeah.
you would call an otter
my
cute.
God.
Chris in that hoodie was cute.
Yeah. Although his eyes were so strikingly blue. I mean, I always say that all the time, but, like, they were, like, really blue. They were, like, all right, I don't know. I was kind of scared a little bit.
There was something fun about seeing, like, post-concert Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was literally, he was walking out onto the concourse, like, after the Coldplay concert.
Yeah,
he literally just performed in Mumbai.
Yeah, the last Mumbai show.
Yeah, and was just like, there goes a film the future out. It's like,
He started filming it under the stage.
yeah, when just walking out loose, people were just coming up to him. And
Yeah, he just, like, turns the camera to point it at one fan and just be like, okay, real quick, you're gonna be on the internet.
Uh-huh.
It did feel like a face. That's right, that's a really accurate.
Yeah.
Also, he said at one point, I don't like to use superlatives.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like one of the biggest lies ever
Yeah.
come out of Chris's mouth. I just feel like he calls everything like the best.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And then...
I think he meant he doesn't like to use superlatives about his own work.
Yeah.
He calls
that sounds
everyone
about right.
else the best.
That's about right. That sounds
He
like Chris.
literally, that show, before filming this, used superlatives. Well, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but used superlatives in a way we'll talk about pretty soon.
Yeah. Let's see. So there were screenings in Manchester, London, and I almost said Mumbai. There was not one in Mumbai. And Seoul, as well as there was a screening in New York. We didn't fly out for that.
No.
It was a little bit too soon. But like the Manchester, London, and Seoul screenings, I think that they're still going on because it's like some part of a art exhibit, full immersion. The screen's all around you. You just sit on a beanbag and
If my passport
vibe.
just shows up tomorrow, do you want to go to Seoul?
South Korea.
Yeah.
I can't afford that, Daniel. But,
Do you want to go to London?
I can't afford that right now. I'm going to Japan. All right.
I'll buy your plane ticket.
Oh, all right then. Let's go. Go ahead. But yeah, so there were merch at the screenings. There was a Film for the Future poster, all my love mugs, and Moon Music, Lavender Poppy, and Violet plantable pencils.
And now I get to talk about the pencils because I went down a whole rabbit hole about them. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out, what does it mean, plantable pencil? What happens? So first off, I don't know if the Coldplay ones are like this, but a lot of plantable pencils come wrapped in seed paper. So already you can just take the paper they're wrapped in, plant that, and you start getting some plants. But so the pencils, each one, there's a lavender one, a poppy one, and a violet one.
Yeah.
When you finish writing with it, like once it's too short for you to keep writing or you're just done with that pencil, there's at the bottom where the eraser would be is a little seed pod.
Oh, wow.
So what you do is you take a pot and you stick it in. You can have the pointed part of the pencil still sticking out of the dirt as long as the bottom bit is under the dirt. And then you keep it watered, give it sunlight, but no direct sunlight, and then it'll just sprout, and just growing from the bottom of the pencil, you'll get a whole plant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
So then in the pot, it looks really cool in the pot because you got like a little pencil sticking out of the dirt and then a whole plant coming up.
That's funny. Well, now I want one. I think they were expensive though, but you know.
Well, there's a website to buy them, not Coldplay branded, that I think is cheaper.
But you know me.
Yeah, but
I'm a collector.
You could grow basil.
Basil.
Anyway, there's my little tangent about plantable pencils that I've been very excited for since I wrote the notes for this.
Yeah.
I waited. I didn't go tell Monica about it immediately, even though we've been hanging out all day, because I was waiting to tell you on the record, like the dollop.
Oh my god. Shout out to the dollop. All right. So, a film from the future. We seen it. Well, first of all, what did you think of it?
I loved it.
Yeah, me too. I really, really enjoyed it. Lots of fun. It's been a while since I actually like sat down and listened to moon music in full. So it was nice to listen to. Yeah. I mean, overall, I want to say just to, I guess, kind of answer our questions from last week, our speculations from last week. A, there are some live action bits. B, there's lots of animated bits. C, there's a bit with a lot of Chris Martins. A lot of Chris's.
D,
that was like my favorite part.
It doesn't tie into, what's it called again? The Italian.
Oh, Tutti Passa.
It does not connect to Tutti Passa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the trailer was just... So I remember whenever the trailer dropped, we were like, oh, it's using One World. It turns out it was just using a clip from a film for the future that it was from One World.
Yeah.
So that's, that solved that mystery. I feel like I was out here with a drawing board,
also
red string.
The question about how the Feels Like I'm Falling in Love video ties into it. That's just a whole chunk of it.
Yeah.
It's
that
just
was
one video for every song, and so we just got a whole piece of it earlier without knowing it.
Yeah. I mean, we knew it, but we didn't really know it.
Yeah, because they can't be clear about a single thing.
Of course not. Come on, that was Coldplay. What was your favorite video?
Oh god, I know I put the question in there, but I don't know my answer for sure.
Yeah.
Part of me is super partial to Feels Like I'm Falling in Love.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, maybe it's because it's the first one I saw, but I really loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, really quick, before I try harder to answer that question, another thing I noticed is that the Film for the Future video for Moon Music connects to the music video for Forever Held.
Yeah, I noticed
and I
that.
thought that was very cool. It's like a little cinematic universe. They're getting started in the music videos.
John Hopkins.
No, there's a whole, because look, Electric Universe showed up in Film for the Future, and he wasn't there, but Nigel keeps showing up everywhere.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't.
Yeah, me too. I was waiting for Nigel.
Yeah, I think they were like, you know what? Well, first of all, I think all of this was filmed after.
For the future.
It was filmed way before.
All My Love.
All My Love,
yeah.
and all that, and Nigel was created and born.
But have we had a video with Electric Universe and Nigel yet?
No.
Oh, they need to meet.
I know.
I don't know. I like the Jupiter video, but I still think I like the Feels Like I'm Falling in Love one more. Yeah, I think for now I'm going to say Feels Like I'm Falling in Love, but I reserve the right to change my mind.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a weekly podcast, so if you ever change your mind at any point in time,
it's like an instant card in Magic.
Yeah.
I can play it whenever I want.
Oh my god. This guy and all of my employees have just been going off about Magic the Gathering.
Hey, we haven't gotten Matt to play.
Yeah, okay, it's me. This is 2 30-year-olds. Yeah, we're not going to play. Anyway. my favorite video was Good Feelings, and I think it's because of the one video with a bunch of Chris's. That was a lot of fun, but also I thought it was a lot of cute. I think a lot of the dancing was a lot of fun. And then I also really liked, oh my god, okay, no, my favorite was, the secret song, the la 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 la, where all the fan videos came in.
Yeah, that was
really
great.
sweet. No, because I was crying at the end where it showed the band, and then it showed their the Light Club versions of them. And yeah, I was crying. Oh my god, it made me super emotional. So that I really, really loved. And just seeing all the fan videos, concerts, and them people just enjoying their lives, it just made me super happy. And it just made me super connected to everyone. I was like, you know what, we all have this collective love for this one band, and yeah, it made me feel very good and wholesome and nice inside. Let's see. Oh, one surprising thing about the video was about the film. I keep saying film and video because I thought it was going to be released as a whole film, and it wasn't.
I still want a version that's all one video.
I mean, I think the only version that exists of that is at the screenings, unfortunately. Yeah. But hopefully, I don't know, Coldplay, if you're listening, release it in theaters. I want to go see it. I want to go support this.
I don't think they're going to be able to.
Oh, yeah?
Just logistically, I don't think that there would be enough interest in something, especially since it's almost going to feel to a lot of lay people like a re-release of the album, to justify theaters picking it up. Like, you saw how few people were at the Moon Music screening at our local theater.
Yeah.
I just don't think they would be able to convince theaters that it would be worth the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
Which sucks.
Listen, River Oaks, come on. Come on. All right. Shout out River Oaks in Houston. Historic theater. It's awesome. I haven't been since it had reopened. It had closed down kind of a little bit after the pandemic, and then it had just reopened, and it's kind of like a Star Cinema Girl Alamo Draft House situation, but it's just River Oaks, and it's awesome. After this big tangent, one surprising thing about A Film for the Future for me was that they used Teeny's version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really surprised me.
So it surprised me, but then it made sense as soon as I thought about it. Because they have all these versions. It feels like, of course, if they're going to release the album in a different format, they're going to highlight a different version. Yeah. As soon as I thought about it for like a second, it clicked for me. I just love Teeny's version.
Yeah, it's so good. We heard it live. Anyway. So overall expectations, leading up, we've had pretty much a whole year. I've had more than that, but at least on the podcast, we've had, a good chunk of time of leading up, having speculations, having expectations of what a film for the future could have been, might have been, isn't. Whatever. Did it match what you thought it was going to be, or not, or...
No, I thought it was going to be a film, with a plot.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I know. Again, all those years ago, seeing it in the Everyday Life booklet, I didn't think that this would be the product.
What did you think AFFTF would be?
A lot of people...
Finale for the fans?
No.
Oh.
A lot of people, I think at the time I had seen online, a lot of people thought that it meant Fight for the Future, which we just thought that was going to be their album name in 2024.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because they already teased the music of the Spheres, so we just thought, oh, that's just their next album.
Right.
Yeah, and so that's what I thought. And so now, seeing that it was actually a whole film, and it's a companion to Moon Music, it's really cool, and it's cool that they had this idea since 2019.
I love that Coldplay are able to have big ideas like this and then actually make them happen.
Yeah, and oh yeah,
I think a lot of even like bands with the power often will get lost in the stage of have the idea, run into logistical issues, and then the idea just gets lost.
Yeah.
But I think Coldplay, with a lot of big ideas that a lot of other people, groups, celebrities, whoever would lose steam on, are able to follow through. And I'm not saying no one else ever follows through with stuff, but I just find it impressive, and I really enjoy how much. No, I think I find it impressive and inspiring how often they are able to take these grand ideas and turn them into reality. I think that's Chris's big skill. Like, we all know that he has these huge ideas, but the fact that he pushes to turn them into something real is the more impressive side of it to me.
And for their next album, for their quote unquote animated film, I'm super excited about, because they've had that idea since 2012, since Milo's Island, because that's what that was supposed to be. And it was put on the back burner, turned into a comic, and then Coldplay film ended up being Live 2012, and it was like this whole mishmash of things. But now, years later, they still had that idea, and they're still willing to like go through with it and commit to it, and and still put it out.
Right. I mean, I think it goes back to the very beginning of like being a student in college, and before even meeting any of the rest of the band, saying, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to form a band, I'm going to become a famous band. And then it's that video of him saying, by this date, we're going to be...
by June 26th, or whatever.
And then it's like the day after that date, they're playing a huge...
The Glastonbury, they're headlining
Glastonbury. A day after the date that Chris predicted.
Yeah.
Like... that has always been the almost magical element to Chris, is he turns his dreams into reality.
Yeah. That's what I admire about that kid.
I'm glad Chris wants good things to happen, because that is a force that could very easily be used for evil.
I know, yeah. He's a good kid. And that's it. Do you have anything else about A Film for the Future you want to... All right, so it is out now. Go watch it. Go watch it. It's a lot of fun, and you get to listen to music in whole again, which is always a plus in my eyes. All right, other news.
Let's get right into it.
Yes. Squid Game actor Gong Yoo, sorry if I mispronounced your name, man, used All My Love in a recent Instagram post.
Martin Garrix posted an Instagram reel of himself at one of the Mumbai shows while they were playing his song Breakaway.
Yeah. The Music of the Spheres World Tour app has reached 1 million downloads, but not on Daniel's phone.
Yeah. This makes it sound like I just don't want the Music of the Spheres World Tour app. I would love the Music of the Spheres World Tour app. My phone's not even that old, but it's just, it won't support the app.
Yeah.
I can't download Zelle either. Or the banking app for the bank that I get my credit card from. So.
Wow. Chris joined a one-on-one conversation with pardon me if I butcher this name, Sachin Tendulkar Foundation. He went up there, he just talked a little bit. I've only found like little clips here and there, so I haven't found like a full interview or anything. So I don't quite know what he was talking about, other than, I guess his worldviews. I remember whenever he first went up there, he had literally sat on the stage, like Iron Man, like Tony Stark, in the press conference. That's what it reminded me of. And then they were like, "No, Chris, get up. There's a chair right there."
Well, I think I told you while I was rewatching Iron Man recently that Tony doing that reminded me of Chris Martin.
Yeah, I remember that. So there you go. Little full circle moment there.
Coldplay are nominated for Favorite Surprise Guest on the iHeartRadio Music Awards for bringing out Selena Gomez at probably the San Diego show in 2023.
Yeah.
They're nominated for Selena Gomez being everyone's favorite.
Shout out. iHeartRadio Music Awards. Shout out. Speaking of nominations, Coldplay have been nominated for 2 Brits. They were nominated for British Group, not even Best British Group, just British Group, and British Song of the Year for Feels Like I'm Falling in Love.
I think it's just the most British group.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Coldplay have it in the bag.
Shoe in.
Yeah.
You what? It was all yellow.
Oh, my God.
In Canada, Feels Like I'm Falling in Love has been certified gold.
Certified.
Not platinum yet.
Certified.
As I'm pretty sure platinum comes after gold, because it's like the opposite of the comic book ages.
Uh-huh. Record Collector Mag will be releasing a special 116th page issue all about...
You guessed it.
Coldplay. And that will be releasing on February 6th. As far as I know, what I've seen online, that might be UK only. I don't know. Double check me on that.
I'll do some digging.
Yeah. Definitely do, because you know me, I need it.
Yeah, and I have fun when we go on little tours of stores hunting for magazines.
I need it. And you have this Coldplay magazine, please. Anyway.
Music Warner Singapore has launched a contest offering fans a chance to attend. What are they attending, Monica?
Man in the Moon.
The music video that we didn't know was happening is premiering on February 5th.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that ad by Music Warner Singapore is that they took it down today.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think they announced it too soon.
Oh, they weren't supposed...
Yeah.
So, don't tell anyone,
yeah.
But we're going to get a Man in the Moon music video on February 5th.
Yeah, exclusive. Exclusive. You just heard it here first and nowhere else.
Yeah. Sorry, Coldplay.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Sue me?
Does this fall under our policy about leaks?
We don't have a real policy about leaks.
I guess, yeah, we did just make it up that one time.
So. I mean, it was like an official thing. They just took it down because they officialed it too early.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if Coldplay don't want us to be sharing this news.
No, well...
Someone needs to promote their stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're here for. If it's not on QVC, it's on Weekly Coldplay, all right?
The 2 places to get your Coldplay news.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the news.
That's the news.
All right, tour news.
Let's get right into it.
Oh, my God. Jocelyn Royale posted a reel of her singing with the band during We Pray with the caption, "My prayers have been answered. Thank you at Coldplay."
Is the reel of her, like, doing her verse, or is it just her singing with them during a different part?
No, like her verse.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I need to watch that. I haven't seen it. We only just found this out, but apparently this whole time Eliana has been joining the band for Good Feelings.
Yeah, and this was so cute because they've been spinning. Anyway, it's very cute.
Chris and Eliana are adorable together.
I know. I love them. There was a cute selfie of Chris and Phil with the caption, "Out and about in Magic Mumbai."
We think during all 3 nights, definitely during at least nights 2 and 3, but I'm pretty sure based on that video we saw it's all 3 nights. During the A Sky Full of Stars break, Chris went on tangents about Indian cricketer Jasprit Bumrah, the best bowler in the world. And during night 3, apparently Chris got into some legal trouble for talking about Jasprit Bumrah without permission. And in order to make it better, he asked to have them show a clip of Bumrah destroying England in a cricket match.
Yeah. Hey, that's what this entire episode's about. So I think that's it. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Roll credits.
All right, so on to the shows. Mumbai Night 2, songbook was Magic, rotational was Charlie Brown. Mumbai Night 3, songbook, y'all.
It was Gravity.
It was Gravity. So now this... Chris, why did you avert your eyes in Seattle? No, I saw you look. I think
he looked, and he was like, I can't do it, I'm ashamed. And then it stuck with him, the guilt, that he went and relearned how to play Gravity.
Oh, my God.
Just because of you.
Okay,
so really, this was all for you.
Great. Yeah, but without me. Without me, I want to hear it live. Anyway, it was Gravity. Rotational was Charlie Brown again. And during this night, Yellow was played twice because the crowd demanded it with a once more chant. They were chatting amongst themselves and chanting once more. Yeah.
When the crew got to Ahmedabad, they were welcomed to their hotel with just every rose petal in Ahmedabad, basically.
Yeah. It was raining rose petals with, like, rose petals all on the ground. As well as, like, there were people there with, like, little platters and drinks. And I was like, dang!
And the drinks were full of rose petals, and the platters were full of rose petals.
Yes.
And everything was rose petals, and the entire building was made of rose petals. And I think Coldplay's crew might just be rose petals now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure they brought some of those rose petals to the show. I'm sure we'll see them on the live stream.
Launch them in the confetti
cannon. Rose petals? Is that new? No, see, a Metabad special, all right? You had to be there. And then lastly, there's a cute vid of Chris riding a scooter moped situation in a Metabad, and he took a selfie with the moped scooter driver. And Chris looks very girly pop, like his little shoulders out. He's like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with Chris Martin. I love him.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Great news.
I didn't know it either. Disregard my Coldplay shirt that I'm wearing right now. Actually, I'm gonna block out.
Hey, what's that
Chris.
On your arm?
I don't know. It's X-Wing.
Oh, I meant your other arm.
Oh, it's 3090.
Oh,
and,
like right next to it. You're right there.
Dagger.
Like move a little left. No, the other way. Your other left. Wait, yeah, right there. Stop.
Oh, that's just a globe.
Oh, okay.
It's just a globe.
What's right under it?
Love forever, all colors.
Oh. Hey, look at that.
That looks great. Like,
yeah, it does.
Like, I don't know why mine looks all busted and blown out and scratchy.
Yeah, I mean, that's how this one ended up looking in a lot of parts. And, I mean, this one, obviously. But, yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And this frog, look at that.
Yeah, anyway, we're just talking about our tattoos now. I have a lot. I have like 15, I think.
I
can't
have
count them all.
4.
Oh, hell yeah.
One of them is about Coldplay.
Boo!
Oh.
All right, and that's it for tour news. Again, today they were in Ahmedabad, and then tomorrow will be the live stream, which will be our headliner for next week. Yeah. Hooray! A little wiggle there. Hooray!
Yeah, that was a fun little wiggle.
Yeah, I'm like a little dog. Bow, 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 bow.
And an otter, all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just an animal.
She got that dog in
Oh
her.
my god. No, y'all. I haven't been able to shut up about Hugh Jackman.
Wrong podcast.
No, he has a show going on right now in New York, and he's doing stage door, and I don't want this to be proof that I'm gonna, like...
You need to cut this out or he'll stop doing stage door.
Okay, no, I love you, Hugh. Okay, I love you, and, like, I'm so normal. I'm so regular, I promise you.
You need to cut this out or he's gonna stop doing stage door.
No, I'm so regular. It's fine.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just a big fan, and I love you. I loved you since about the same time when I started loving Coldplay.
Not right now, but when we're done recording, I didn't ask earlier, but I need a more in-depth explanation of stage door. Anyway, now is the part of the show where, since we have no sponsors and we make no money, we instead choose to highlight a different charity every month. So we're wrapping up January, and so we're bringing to a close our January charity, which is Partners in Health. You can find them at pih.org, and that link will be in our description. We'll also keep the link in our description for good.store, where 100% of the profits are donated to Partners in Health. Today I'm going to be highlighting the 10 years of impact in Liberia and Sierra Leone. So they have been in West Africa, helping to strengthen their health systems for over a decade now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. In 2014, the governments of Liberia and Sierra Leone reached out to Partners in Health for assistance with the Ebola outbreak. Partners in Health began work in October 2014. They knew that Ebola's rapid spread and deep impact were symptoms of the weak health systems that have been shaped by decades of injustice, colonialism, the slave trade, civil war, to name a few. This allowed the outbreak to become the deadliest in recorded history, with more than 28,000 people sickened and 11,000 deaths. This is a quote from Dr. Maxo Luma, who is PIH Liberia's executive director. We all realized that those deaths could not be attributed to Ebola alone, and we refused to accept that as an organization. Partners in Health recruited volunteers and hired staff to work night and day fighting Ebola. It killed hundreds of healthcare workers, but the survivors continued to provide services. When Partners in Health first arrived in Liberia, they discovered that one general doctor was charged with leading J.J. Dawson Hospital's administration and providing all specialized care, and they could not allow that to continue. As the epidemic began to wane, their mandate eventually shifted from dealing solely with the epidemic to supporting a health system with a severe shortage of skilled staff. In Sierra Leone, Partners in Health trained clinicians focused on finding quicker ways to provide rapid rehydration to patients, which is essential in recovery from Ebola. They were able to shift from using solely oral methods to IV methods, which are riskier for caretakers and healthcare providers because Ebola is a blood-transmitted disease. But using this message, they were able to have roughly 4,000 survivors return home. At Port Loco, which is a small clinic in Sierra Leone, every survivor who left the facility tied a ribbon of local fabric to what became known as the survivor tree. The tree, which still stands, is now several meters tall, and you can still see the remnants of fabric clinging to some of the highest branches. When the outbreak was officially declared over, well-funded organizations quickly left the region and ceased their support. But Partners in Health stayed. They were committed to long-term health system strengthening. They believed that staying was the morally right choice, and it was the best way to prevent future outbreaks and the means to rebuild the local health system. So now here's an update on where we're at now over a decade later. Working with the Sierra Leonean government and local communities, they have supported the country in cutting its maternal mortality rate by more than half, which is a huge achievement because Sierra Leone had the highest maternal mortality rate in the world. They've had a 55% increase in women who gave birth at the PIH-supported Koidu Government Hospital. They've had a 111% increase in women starting a new family planning method at the PIH-supported Well Body Clinic, and a 219% increase in prenatal care visits at Well Body Clinic. On a side tangent here, this wasn't in my research, but I already knew this about what Partners in Health was doing in Sierra Leone. One of the big game changers is they have community health workers called CHWs, which I'm about to talk about, the ones in Liberia, but they go to these communities in Sierra Leone where the women don't know they have any healthcare options, and they identify at-risk pregnancies, let them know what the options are, and will then bring them to healthcare locations and get them access to healthcare and just information about what resources are available for them. And also, the community health workers are people from the community, so that's new jobs that they create in the communities as well. So in partnership with the Liberian government, they've revitalized the healthcare systems in the most remote communities. They've hired community health workers to screen patients in communities for various diseases and refer and oftentimes accompany them to the hospital. Partners in Health has become a nationwide leader in tuberculosis treatment. I'm going to go off of where my hardline stance normally is and talk about one of the few times that I actually am excited about and enjoy a use of AI. They have pioneered an AI-based testing system that led to a 92% treatment success rate in 2021.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Some other successes that they've had in Liberia fighting tuberculosis between 2019 and 2023, they've had 6,686 tuberculosis tests tuberculosis tests performed across Partners in Health supported facilities, and 3,682 patients started on tuberculosis treatment, which, if you don't know, tuberculosis is a curable disease that still affects so many people. It is one of the hugest injustices in the world, and Partners in Health is one of the leaders in fighting that injustice.
Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
And that is it for this week in Weekly Coldplay. Thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, you're awesome. And I hope you have a good day or evening or night, wherever you are.
And we love you, and we hope you're okay.
Yeah. And, enjoy the live stream if you're able to tune in. If not, we're going to talk about it. So, yeah, either way, have a good day. All right? My name is Monica.
My name is still Daniel.
And we're Weekly Coldplay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Weekly Coldplay. For more Coldplay content from us, check us out on Twitter @Weekly Coldplay and Instagram @weekly.coldplay. That is weekly, Coldplay. And if you like what you hear, give us a follow on wherever you're listening to the podcast on. Thank you again, and we'll be back next week with more Coldplay news.